Can I tell you what's been on my mind?
Well, good morning, everyone. I had planned on adding some to this video. I filmed a What's for Supper on Saturday night. Had planned on adding in some cleaning videos because, you know, if you've watched my channel, I had planned on starting deep cleaning today, and that was still my plan. As of yesterday afternoon, my sweet uncle, who lives right next, they're the next house over. If you remember, if you watched my channel back a while, there was a fire and his building caught on fire. I cannot tell you how absolutely precious this man is. He is my last living uncle anywhere on my mom or my dad's side, but he's on my dad's side. It's my dad's brother. He reminds me a lot of my daddy. But he is 91 years old. And not only is he much like my daddy, but he's kind of taken on the role of Bryant's daddy as well. They are best buds. They just love each other so much. And anyway, he has a great grandson, a great grandson that he was helping, or the grandson was helping him change a tire on a tractor. He fell and broke his hip. And so we were at the hospital with him yesterday evening, and he is supposed to be having surgery today. That may get postponed. I'm not sure. We're still waiting to hear what the family decides. But so that has kind of changed things a little bit. So I'm coming on to explain why there's not much left of this video, but that is why. So if you don't mind, please say a prayer for my uncle. He does want to get well. He has some things he's not yet done. He's got some things. He says, I got some things I want to do and tell people. I want to tell people things. And so just pray for him. Pray for myself and Bryant. This is the part of it's a natural part of life. First of all, let me tell you, it was never God's plan, because that was not the plan. But when Adam and Eve fell, death became a natural part of things. So we want to hang on to him just a little bit longer because he's super special. But he does know Jesus, which makes things better. And but I know Bryant will be losing a very best friend, a daddy, a father-in-law of sorts. Not actually, but of sorts, a stand-in for those things. So if you don't mind, just say a prayer for my uncle. His name is Hoyle, Hoyle. Also say a prayer for his family, his great-grandson, who he loves so much. He loves all of his great-grandchildren. And pray for his wife. Pray for his family, his granddaughter, his daughters, his sons. Pray for all of involved, and then also at the end, just add me and Bryant to it. Yeah. Sometimes you just want to hang on to people, and I just don't want this. I know that in the elderly, a broken hip can be devastating. And I don't even know what to pray other than just pray for God's will to be done, because that's what we need to pray for, is God's will. And so let's just pray together, and then just pray for stamina for the family, for comfort for the family, for whatever the Lord's will is, that he will also provide the family for what is needed. So forgive me for ending this one on a little bit of a downer. I apologize. But yeah, we're children of the King, so there's where our hope lies. So all right, thank you guys so much for joining us. Remember, the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all. Well, everybody, it's been a split second for you guys, but it's been several hours for me. I just wanted to give you a quick update. My uncle came out of surgery. He is doing well. He was still sleeping from a surgery, but the surgery went well. The anticipation is he will be in the hospital for a couple of days and then will be moved to a rehab facility where he will start undergoing physical therapy. Now, he was active, even though he was not as active as he once was. He was still walking. He wasn't in a wheelchair. He didn't use a walker. He, stumbled some, but that's a good thing because they did surgery immediately. And so it's not like he's having to relearn anything. It's basically, I fell down, got hurt yesterday, and they're going to have him up today. So we'll see. But keep in mind, he is almost 92 years old. All right. So, but keep praying for him, please. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, we have another, just an unspoken, but something just, if you think about me during the day, or if you think it's time to turn the channel on or whatever, just say a little prayer for Leslie. So, all right. That is it. And let's just get right on into what we had for supper the other night, and where I just bring you guys along as I make supper. We eat a little bit, and I cook a few things for church on the next day. So you'll get a little bit of everything, but we're just going to get right on into it now. So, all right. Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife, and welcome to a What's for Supper. Now listen, if by chance you caught the weekend wrap up, you may know why my hair is looking a hot mess. Oh goodness, y'all, we've been outside, we've been on the four-wheelers, we've been working on everything. And so today's going to be a What's for Supper, even if it's something I have made on my channel before, which I know it is. However, you're just going to go along with us while we make it. I've already got 1 pound of beef in here, and I'm going to add in another. We're just going to make Korean beef tonight. I'm feeling something easy because, let me tell you why. I'm going to have to get to cooking for a Sunday meal, which will be on another video. You'll see that also. If you haven't already seen it already, you probably will. So let's get this to browning up. I've got 2 different, this is like, I think it's 93% lean, the other's just 80-20, a good mixture here. And I'm just gonna brown it and break it up. And get it all broken up and all brown, and I will bring you back when we do the next step. Again, forgive my windblown crazy hair look. It's just been one of them working days. And that's what a lot of my days are going to be in the next little bit, because if you're following me, you know I'm super motivated as of right now. I'm super duper motivated to do a deep clean out. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, hamburger's going. I'll meet you back in just a little bit when we do whatever we do next to this. But the first thing is brown this up. So for this church meal, we're using lots of crock pots. Actually, probably just 2. But because of the hams. So if I'd have done the roast that I had planned on doing, it would have been done in a crock pot too. But I think I'm just going to do the beans and the chicken in a crock pot. So I'm going to get started. Let me show you the beans I got. Normally I would have done pinto beans, but we went with baby limas. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go through these, look, make sure there's no rocks or anything like that. And then we'll cover them up with water. I'll season them up and we'll get them turned on and let them just cook on low. I may cut them off before, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how they're looking when we get ready to go to bed. All right, so the burger is browned and we are just gonna go ahead and get the rice going. This is a 1.5 cup little measuring bowl here. And so I'm gonna do a 1.5 cups of dry rice. And this is just regular long grain rice. Just Walmart brand. And I've got 3 cups of water that we're going to bring to a boil, pour this in, cover it, wait 20 minutes. Okay, I just added a couple of tablespoons. I drained any hamburger grease, however, this was pretty lean, so it didn't have that much. And I did add back in some toasted sesame oil. You don't want to skip that. It is delicious, especially with an Asian flair meal. So I did put about 2 tablespoons in there. Now the recipe calls for minced garlic. I don't have any, or I can't find it. My refrigerator's a mess, just like the rest of the house. But so we're going to add in some granulated garlic powder to give it that garlicky taste. And to that, we're going to add in 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground ginger. 3/4. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, now here's where I'm tweaking my recipe just a little bit. The recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. I'm going to cut that back just a little bit. I'm actually going to cut it back to a 1/2 cup of non-packed, unpacked brown sugar. And we're going in there with 3/4 cup of soy sauce. Let me get my rice over in here. My water is boiling. So I actually put a little bit of that sesame oil in the rice water. So I'm going to put a pinch of salt in there. Not much, because we're going to serve this and it's got the soy sauce, so it doesn't need much salt. And let's see. Okay, so I'm also going to add in, calls for 3/4 of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, but I'm just going to do a pinch because Bryant's not a big pepper fan, and it calls for a little bit of black pepper. I'll put the actual recipe down in the description. So I'm going to stir this up and bring it back to a boil or simmer. Now, I could have mixed everything, and I should have mixed the sugar, the soy sauce, everything together in one dish, but I'm actually doing things kind of in a hurry because Bryant's fixing to go ride 4-wheelers with the boys, and I'll just get this ready and cut it off and wait for him to get back. The days are getting longer. It's getting great. The boys are excited. We love our weekends because we get to play with them boys. All right, let me turn the rice down, and we're going to put the lid on it. This is coming back up to temperature, and we're going to let it cook just a little bit. I'm going to get some green onions and wash them up, because we're going to just take the kitchen shears and snip a few on top. This is going to be so good. All right. This is what's for supper. So let me get Bryant out there with them boys, and I'll see you when it's time to eat. All right, so Bryant just tasted it, and he said I could actually put a little more sugar in it, but I think we're going to try it this way today, because I think as it sits, it's going to kind of, the flavors are going to get stronger. So we're going to try it with a half a cup of brown sugar. Next time, I'll do like or maybe a packed half a cup of brown sugar, and we'll just see. Rice is going, and I need to get the egg rolls, figure out how I'm gonna do them. Okay, everybody, I put a couple of teaspoons of salt, and I cut off the ends of some bacon. So here are some fatty bacon ends, and it's down in there. So it's going, I'm gonna put the lid on. Got it going on high for a while. We'll see. By the time we go to bed, we'll see what I need to do. If I need to turn it down on low. I mean, I won't leave it on high overnight, but we'll just see. We'll see where it's at in a little bit. I said I was going to do it on low, but I think we'll start it off on high and just see where it's at. All right, lid's on. Okay, everyone, I'm going to do these egg rolls to go with our Korean beef. I'm going to do it with the air fryer instructions, which are at 350 for 13 to 14 minutes. Let rest about 2. So we should be ready to eat when the egg rolls are done. All right, I have topped this off with some sesame seeds and some green onions. Does that not look delicious? I can't wait to fix the plate. All right, it's time to eat, and y'all, it's been a work day, as you can tell, and don't hate because we've eaten off paper plates.
Fine china.
We're doing the easy way out tonight. Plus, I got a lot to cook since we get off of here, and to get ready for the evening. And
give them your review.
Well, I know I love it.
Yep.
I think it's plenty sweet.
Got some little red sauce.
It's got some sauce for egg rolls.
Egg roll.
How is the egg roll? I haven't tried it yet.
It was good. Was it?
We usually get Audi brand, but this was Walmart. This is so good. This is one of my favorite things. I don't know why I don't fix it more often. It's so easy.
Yeah, I like it too.
I also cut back on the heat a little bit for you.
I appreciate that.
He said, I appreciate that.
Sometimes it can be a little spicy. And if you follow the channel for a while, you know that I don't do a lot of spice.
I do spice. He does not. This is so good.
Really good. Good flavor. It blends well.
All right.
Really easy.
We had a great day. We worked outside almost all afternoon. Judah had a game that we missed, and guess what? He hit a triple, and they won. We missed it.
Judah played t-ball. Then he took a year off, and then it's coach.
He's actually taken 2 years off, hasn't he? Or is it just 1?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
And
But
now it's coach pitch, and so
he's a little
behind.
But he
he's
did
doing
good. He did so good today.
Yep.
And he wanted his haircut. He wanted his haircut like Papa's. So Papa got the clippers out, and about halfway through,
The clippers messed up.
the clippers bit the dust. So Caroline and I rushed them to Great Clips before they closed. And they both have buzz cuts.
Summer buzz cuts.
Summer buzz cuts, and they are so excited. They love it. So Caroline, she's a sweet mom that just takes it in stride. She says, "Oh, it's just hair; it'll grow back if it doesn't look good." So just
So tell them about what Judah told the lady at the store. Great Clips.
Oh, she said, why? Told her, he said, I want to be bald. And she says, why do you want to be bald? And he goes, because I want to look like my papa.
There you go.
It was so cute. The whole place kind of cracked up, so it was funny. But all right.
At least I'm somebody's hero.
Yep. So you're my hero too.
There you go.
All right. So we will let you go. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate you. And I think Bryant's ready for seconds.
I've been eating, not talking.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.